of course, the 4 things you can do to add 10 years to your life, and they are not as hard as you think. Something that we can all do when Good Day Chicago. Good Day Chicago rolls along.
I told her my name and said it's nice to meet you, then she handed me a...
Here we are.
Okay. Fatty, greasy foods are foods most of us know to stay away from if we want to avoid getting fat or a heart attack. But what about the foods that do the opposite, actually benefiting our heart? Here with us this morning is registered dietitian and nutritional scientist Christopher Speed. Christopher, thank you so much for joining us. So there are actually studies out there that show, because a lot of us know if we exercise, we can add years to, of course, our life. But if we do things, the right things, we can add years on our heart. Talk a little bit about
That's correct.
that.
Listen, the basis of nutrition has never changed. If the majority of what you're eating includes fruits and vegetables, plant-based products, you're going to do a lot to actually reduce the stiffness of your arteries, which are really important as it relates to your heart disease risk.
And you say there's also a connection between our arteries and our bones, the condition of our bones.
There is. Listen, many Americans are taking calcium supplements, but they're taking it without a very important nutrient called MENQ7K2. This is a very important vitamin that, if you consume with calcium, can support your bone health, but also prevent calcium from stiffening your arteries and actually removing them from your arteries and pushing into your bones.
So the calcium tablets, not enough, you say?
Not enough. It needs to have that MENQ7K2 as well to provide the optimal heart health support.
Okay, so we've been talking this morning on Good Day Chicago about the 4 things that we need to do to add those 10 years to our heart. What are those 4 things?
If you eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, you're going to get a lot of potassium, magnesium. Those 2 are very, very important nutrients. The other 2 that I would say we don't get from our foods, and it's very hard to do, is that MENQ7K2, which is important with calcium, and the most well-researched nutrient of them all, which is omega-3s from fish oils.
So if we, like you said, the calcium, vitamin D, the vitamin K12, and the magnesium, but you're saying here, let's start right here and show everybody at home the veggies, the fruits that we need to take. I mean, as simple as oranges, kale, and avocado.
Yeah, listen, just stir-frying some vegetables with some garlic and olive oil is a really great way to go to add vegetables and plant-based products to your daily diet.
And what makes magnesium so important? Why is that so important?
It controls your heart regulation, how your heart beats. It also controls the stiffness of your arteries, especially when you're taking it with that MENQ7K2.
Okay, and let's go back over to the vegetables, because that's the thing. We always do a good job of getting the 8 ounces of 8 ounce glasses of water in, 64 ounces a day, but we don't do a good job of getting all those veggies. Each time we sit down for a meal, you say, have some veggies, have some not the frozen stuff, but the real raw stuff.
That's right. Look, 2/3 of everything you should eat, that plate should have 2/3 from plants. And then the other foods do still have a role. But if you're eating the majority of what you're eating from plants, you're doing a really good thing.
So wait a minute, you mean to tell me I should be eating this much of the veggies? The plate should be covered like this, and maybe a little piece of meat or a little piece of protein right over here on this side.
And that protein's fine. I mean, you can even consume literally a quarter of that plate could be the meat or another type of food. But as long as the majority is from a salad or vegetables or fruits, whole grains as well, that's
and
important.
Blueberries and bananas, very good for us?
All fruits are great. They're very high in fiber, very much packed with nutrients. And that's an important thing to include on a regular basis.
And I got to tell you, Christopher, that this one, the calcium tablets, a lot of people are taking them, but we're not, like you said, we're not doing it the right way.
They're taking it without MENQ7K2, and that's potentially increasing the risk of arterial stiffness, which is a really important thing for them to be wary of.
All right, Mr. Speed, if people want more information about adding 10 more years to their heart, not just to adding 10 more years, where can they find out more information?
2 websites, eatright.org, which is for the dietitians of the United States, and vitamink2.org.
Christopher Speed, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.